everybody, it is Julie. Welcome back to Pages and Pens. Today I am here with a book tag. It's the It's Not You, It's Me book tag. This was created by Isabel and Books. She tagged me in this video. It was created in like late May. So I'm a little late to the game, but you guys know how long it takes me sometimes to be tagged in something and then actually film it. Honestly, some of these questions kind of confuse me. Like the answers for some of these questions can be really similar because it's a lot of like, I'm not gonna read this or I'm not gonna read that author. Sometimes I'm not gonna read something because of the author. We're just gonna go through this. There's not that many questions. There's only 9 questions, and then the 10th one is who do you tag? Question number 1. A popular book that other people love that you just can't finish. I've talked about this a lot, guys, but I have picked this up 3 times. I've only gotten 45 pages in, and I can't get past that point, even though I've picked it up 3 different times. And I start from page 1 because I just don't remember anything that happens before that. And I know people say that this is like amazing, it gets really good, it picks up, like just stick with it, but every time I pick it up, I can't. So I will pick it up again at some point, maybe, but honestly, I'm like not in a rush to do that because I'm not connecting with it. A popular series that I have no intention of reading. I want to say maybe Queen of the Tearling series, but then I'm pretty sure I bought that first book on Book Outlet recently. I don't think I've like marked anything completely off of my list at this point. Number 3 is a series that I've started but have no intentions of finishing. For that, a couple. The Graceling series, I think I read book 1. I'm not really compelled to finish it. The Seven Realms series by Cinda Williams-Chima, I think I got to like book 3 and then I stopped that. I don't really have any intentions of finishing that. I read A Shadow Bright and Burning by Jessica Cluess, and I don't think I'm going to finish that series either. I just didn't enjoy the first book enough to continue. The Great Hunt by Wendy Higgins is a series. I didn't like the first book to continue with that one either. No, I'm good. Not continuing. An author that I haven't read yet. I mean, I have a lot, trust me. A lot of authors. I have Sarah Rosh, who does the Snow Like Ashes series. I haven't read that yet, but I own it, so her. Mary E. Pearson. I've not read any of the Remnant Chronicles. I have them all, but I haven't read Mary E. Pearson. I've never read Morgan Matson, and I've never read Jandy Nelson. And I own all their books, and I just haven't read them. Number 5, a genre that I have no plans to return to immediately, and right now that's historical fiction. I have All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. I have Walk the Earth a Stranger, even though that's like historical fiction, like magical realism. Historical stuff is not sitting well with me right now. I'm not in the mood for it, and I can't like force myself to read it. So I will probably not be visiting that genre anytime soon. Number 6 was a series that I finished, but I didn't like the ending of. Divergent, Hunger Games. Wasn't a fan of the ending of that one either. Oh, not the Gersha trilogies anymore. Changed names. I forget what she's calling it now, but I was not a fan of the ending of that series at all. So that one. A book series that I want to read, I just don't have the motivation to read, and for that I'm going to go with Jennifer L. Armentrout's The Luck series. I have the bind-ups of books 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 5, and I want to read these. I just have so many other books that I want to read before this. Daughter of Smoke and Bone series, I'm in the middle of right now. I have the Mistborn continuation that I want to start and finish. Catch up on Lord of Shadows. I'd like to get to the Remnant Chronicles and Snow Like Ashes probably too before I get to these. The only thing that is making these a little bit higher maybe on a TBR is that everybody said that they're really, really easy to read through. And I know from reading Jennifer L. Armentrout before that her writing is not complicated, so I'm sure I could fly through them. So if I need to, in the middle of some of these like larger, more in-depth world building series, I may just go ahead and read those, but I'm not like super motivated to get to them right away. Number 8 is an author that I have no intentions to read, and I think along the same lines of a series that I have no intentions of reading. I don't really have anybody. I know there's some like super crappy authors out there that have like a lot of scandal around them. I'm forgetting the one guy's name like off the top of my head, but I obviously am not going to go reading any authors that I think are like overtly problematic, racist, like, or just have like general issues surrounding them. I'm not going to go and read them. So none of them come to mind off the top of my head. I mean, maybe Nora Sakovic, who wrote the Foxhole Court All for the Game series, not having any part of that. Naomi Novik, who wrote Uprooted. I will probably never read anything else by her. Megan Abbott, who wrote Dare Me, that I thought was absolute garbage. I will not read anything else by her. I will probably not continue to read any kind of Colleen Hoover. I think I'm just over her. I'm over all of that. Right now I'm on the fence about the Dessin. Sarah Dessin is not, she didn't sit too well with me, the couple books that I did read, so I'm waiting to see. One of her books is out for the Traveling Book Club, so I'll have to read it when it comes in, and then depending on that one, I may or may not continue with her as an author, so we'll see. Number 9 is a novel that I have no intentions of reading, and there's a couple for this. Lauren Oliver's Replica, I don't have any interest in. I also have no interest in, I think it's S.J. Kincaid, The Diabolic. No interest in that at all. Just some of like the more overly saturated books on BookTube. I find that when they make the rounds for paid promotion and paid sponsorship on BookTube, I immediately get turned off to them. So if it ends up like a Booksplosion Book of the Month or something that like everybody gets in PR packages and then gets paid to talk about on their channels, I usually have no interest in reading it. It just feels like it's like forced down my throat, and I don't want to have a part in that. So like any of those books really. Number 10 is to tag some people. So I will tag Lisa from Books and Smiles because I adore her. I will tag Books and Looks, Bookish Taylor, so the 3 of them. Let's tag them. Feel free to do this tag. Even if I didn't tag you, go ahead and jump on board. It's interesting sometimes to know exactly what people don't want to read as much as do want to read. I think it just gives you like a more balanced perspective about their reading habits and their reading desires right now. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It was an interesting one. Thank you so much to Isabel from Isabel and Books for tagging me and creating this. I will have her link down below as well as the 3 channels that I have already tagged in this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give me a big old thumbs up, click subscribe, and I will see all of you in my next video. Bye guys.